Hello and welcome to the Caltex Series, race number 4 here at Charlotte for the Coca-Cola 300. I'm here with Stuart.
Hi.
We're ready to go 40 laps around the Lowe's Motor Speedway, as it was called back in 2003. Anyways, let's go through the top 5 in points and get going the race. Yen Canario still on the points lead for 2 races straight now, but the lead is closing, and that's a 20-point lead. He's starting back in 30th place, so it's not really good for him. Now, in second place is Michelangelo Nwangwu, 20 points behind. As I said before, he won at Indianapolis last race, and he's in 19th, starting in 19th this race. So he may have he may take the points lead after this race. Justin Zeidel is in third in points, 46 points behind with 424 points, starting 24th. So not the ideal place for him to possibly gain some points in the championship, but he's hopeful on a good finish here. Carter Friesen, who's starting on the pole, it's a really good starting place for him. 414 points, 56 points back in 4th place, and hoping for a good points boost to get him possibly even to the points lead. Rounding out the top 5 in points, Tristan Allen, 406 points, 64 points behind, starting in 9th. Let's see if he could take the points lead here. But anyways, we're going to quickly go through the top 20 positions. Seems that this is a 1.5 mile track and we won't get through all of it. The starting lineup will be rolling at the bottom of your screen. Starting on the pole, as mentioned earlier, is 45 of Carter Friesen, and alongside him, the 88 of Dominic Anthony. Row 2, the 11 of Luke Rainey, and the 23 of Hunter Sleppy. Row 3, the 24 of Freddie Soto, and the 77 of Anthony Lopez. Row 4, the 6 of Spencer Madden, and the 49 of Zachary Fitzwater. Row 5, the 2, sorry about that, the 2 of Tristan Allen, and the 19 of Jonathan King rounding out the top 10. Row 6, the 31 of Stuart Grattan, and the 22 of Dawson Miller. Row 7, the 30 of Jack Hawkins, and the 10 of Audrey Baranauskas. Row 8, the 20 of Ace Garcia, and 38 of Al Lagacy. Row 9, the 18 of Kian Rowley, and the 5 of Zach Ryan. And row 10, the 8 of Michelangelo Nwangwu, and the 97 of Igor Barreto, rounding out the top 20 starting positions, and the rest of your starting lineup will be at the bottom of your screen. As we get started, let's get ready to roll off here at Lowe's Motor Speedway. Make sure that everybody has rolled off, and everybody has. Make sure nobody has any problems coming to the start-finish line. So, 40 laps around this 1.5 mile circuit, which means, what's that, 60 miles? Yeah, 60.
Yeah,
no,
something like that.
Yeah, 60 miles, which is 10% of a normal Coca-Cola 600 race. This is the Coca-Cola 300. It's not half, it's just a name.
Yeah, it's just the name. Calm down.
But anyways, we should be seeing a lot of passing in this race. Charlotte Motor Speedway sometimes has good passing, sometimes doesn't. So it's a bit of a lucky dip, but I think this version of the track will have quite a bit of passing, and we may also see a couple of spectacular wrecks. But anyways, pace car has rolled in, and 45 of Carter Friesen will lead us to the green flag. The front three in the bottom row have pulled away. That's Friesen, Rainey, and Soto. Rainey now going for an early lead. Maybe even try and lead this lap. And I think that's the
They're four wide, yeah, definitely four wide.
And Anthony in the wall. They keep it together for now.
3 wide again.
Luke
At least for the
Rainey
moment they were.
led the first lap.
3 wide again, here we go.
That's Lopez, Friesen, and around goes Nwangwu. That's Rick
Anthony.
Witt, Anthony. Canario's in it as well.
Canario. 16's in it.
Josh Crash, Canario's
big
on the
incident.
roof. Dion Moon, Diego Yepes, and Canario still rolling. That may have just given up the points lead.
But Nwangwu crashed as well.
So
in the 8. So
Justin
that's
Zidell, he may have been involved in that as well. I'm not sure, but we may have a
2's gone by it. Tristan Allen.
Yeah. See, Adam Lewis was also involved. Gatlin Downey. So we may have a change in championship lead after this race, but not too sure at the moment.
That was a huge accident. Only on lap 2 of the race.
Yeah. A lot of cars out very early in this race. Let's have a look at the replay. So there were 2 separate wrecks. The first one was here with McAngelo Nwangwu. Justin Zidell was actually involved there as well, and
88. Oh, and then Lynn in the 43.
Yep. You see him barrel rolling. Have a look at the other wreck that unfolded behind them. You see Zach Ryan slows down and they go 4 wide here and makes contact with Eli Bright, and around goes, that's the 21, and crashed over, and it just joins in with the other wreck that involved, and you see a little bit more of what happened there. Josh Crash
in the 9 just picked up the 43 and
just goes around.
See what happens.
Taken on board from that number 43. On board now with the number 43 of Yen Canario. You see, he was behind the second wreck that unfolded. Then he ran into Dominic Anthony, goes around, comes back up the track, and there goes the camera for a moment.
He nearly made it through, and then unfortunately just slightly clipped the 88, and then
that was the end of his
race.
race.
A wild ride.
So that was our first caution of the race. The 24 of Freddie Soto is the leader. Let's get to the restart. Coming back to the restart here. Lap 6. We're coming to lap 7 now. And we'll have a look at the retirements from that. Dion Moon, Josh Crash, Adam Lewis, Dominic Anthony, Yin Canario, and Gatlin Downey are out of this race, and many more with damage. And after a couple laps, we'll really see who has damage and who doesn't. Now, most of these front runners most likely won't, because they weren't involved. The green flag is back out.
Great
Soto.
jump for the 24.
Now Friesen Holstetter trying to get back into the top 5. He gets around Lopez.
And it's big. This is big for Friesen with the top 2 out, and Nwangwu way down the order.
And that's the same mindset that Tristan Allen will need to have, as he is also in that top 5, which could really take that points lead at the end of this race. And he's charging his way through behind Spencer Madden, and there's a bit of 3 wide behind. That's Rat and Sleppy and Lopez. Lopez goes up the track. He may go into the wall. No, he won't. He's gonna.
But going to drop a bunch of time.
Tristan Allen now maybe looking to take the lead in a few laps' time. As he's starting to catch Soto here. Keep an eye on this 3 wide with Garcia, Barreto, and Grattan. Grattan's gonna
They're driving very aggressively,
fall
which is
behind.
interesting. Particularly after the wreck that we just saw. I'm surprised they're going this hard.
Not even a quarter of
Yeah,
the
exactly.
way through the
So,
race.
very interesting.
And we got battle for the lead emerging. Tristan Allen with the help of Carter Friesen. Now
You
underneath
see the
Soto.
6 going underneath the 45 as well. Allen not able to do it. Manley's up to 3rd.
Now Allen, good run out of 4. May be able to get it into 1. He may just wait a little bit. No, he's going in 1. He's going to take it down the inside. And Soto, no grip on that outside. He's going to fall back a few positions.
Look at the train of cars. He's going to get freight trained.
Corcoran's going to make his way into the top 5 with this
Barreto as well has got another battle for the lead. The 6 and the 2.
Spencer Madden takes the lead at the line.
There are points for leading laps, right?
There are, I believe. I don't know. I think it's 5 points.
There you go. Yeah. So Allen actually didn't lead that lap. It was the 6. So as it looks like we had another accident, possibly.
Green is still out, but we'll have a look back in
Because
the
I
field.
swear I saw smoke then.
Those who possibly may have damage, and looks like Sleppy may have been freight trained back there. He's fallen back a long way and he's really lost that front lead pack. As we've had another pass for the lead. Igor Barreto now up to the front.
Hawkins.
Jack Hawkins.
Got his teammate,
second.
the 29 of Jonathan Rains. And he gets 2nd. Rains going to get to 3rd. And
Now Hawkins for the lead. He's going to get it.
way out the track.
Igor
He's
Barreto
gonna lose
way up the track.
2 positions in 2 turns.
And Allen also getting shuffled up to the outside.
See the 12 up there. That's Keegan Thompson. I haven't called his name at all in this race. He's moved his way forward.
He's going to get by his teammate, and that's for 6. Now he's going to be under attack by Rainey, but we've got another pass for the lead. Jonathan Rains around Hawkins, and there was contact, I believe. Not sure who it was, but I definitely heard
Maybe
it.
the 32.
May have been Xavier
Okay.
O'Neill.
Because the 32 was fairly slow off of 4. Maybe just ran up too high, I don't know. Got 3 wide again.
Not sure.
Oh, careful.
Almost contact there with Rainey and Madden. That wouldn't have turned out well. And now see Igor Barreto pulling away.
Got more 3
lead.
wide.
You're going to quickly get out of it. Freddie Soto, with the help of Spencer Madden's going to try and get underneath of Barreto for the lead. He will. Madden going to stick up
Well,
high.
that's
and
not a
that's
great idea.
Not going to help him at all. Almost got into him and almost
Nick
turned
Smith's
him around.
also very
there.
quietly moved his way up into 4th place in the 4.
Orja
The
Baranauskas.
10, yeah. See 77, Seidel's teammate Anthony Lopez, Miller in the 2.
Dawson Miller, you haven't heard too much of him really, other than Rex, since his pole at Daytona. But here he is in the top 10, hoping to get some good luck. Now he's 3 wide, he's got RLANZ and Baranowskis, and he's going to be shuffled back again.
And this battle for the lead continues between Barretto, Soto, and Madden.
Yep, we've had a caution, and Zach Ryan is in it.
That's his second one.
Possibly even Noah Clifton.
That's his second one for today. I was about to mention how we'd gone a very long time without a caution, considering what happened on that first one. And the 97...
Igor Barretto.
He leads them back to the line.
And Jack Hawkins just barely beating out Freddie Soto for 4th.
And that's the second one for Zach Ryan today. On the crash with the 21 and the 25, that second wreck in that first caution. He looks fairly well done for the day. And there is the 21.
And he may have been involved in something as well. He's out of the race.
So yeah, those two are just like magnets today. Brad Stover and Zach Ryan.
Zach Ryan really hasn't had that good of a season either, 32nd in points. Anyways, we're going to have a look and see what happened to take him not out of the race completely, but he's pretty much done for the day. Started all the way up with Eddie and Jones and Kian Raleigh. Jones moves up a little bit too much, collects Clifton, Xavier O'Neill Jr. and Zach Ryan runs into O'Neill and Brad Stover also involved there. That's what brought out the caution.
And thankfully no one else got involved.
Yep.
So it could have been a lot bigger, I reckon, if it was like at the front of the pack, but it wasn't. Igor Barretto leads them back to the line. He's had a good day today, Igor Barretto.
Yeah, and he may get this win, but of course there's a lot of passing and the field has bunched back up, so he's got a lot of pressure behind him if he wants to win this race. And with that, we'll get to the restart. Coming back to the green, you see Zach Ryan, who's now a lap down, may become a factor in this race.
Oh, he'll definitely become a factor for sure.
Brad Stover has retired from the race, but Zach Ryan still in the race and out to cause some trouble, most likely with the leaders.
Yeah, cars won't be able to get to the inside, I would think. The 5 now being there,
and he's actually held up second back, and Barretto's gotten a huge lead from the start.
Oh no, that was Madden just had an awful restart there in the 6.
And you can see Zach Ryan holding up. That's Fitzwater. That's all the way back 14th. So 13 cars have gotten away.
Any trouble? Here comes Porkins. What a move to move up to second.
May even try for the lead soon. And you see by the 3 wide there, Madden, Soto, and RLANZ. Most of these cars have been up front for the whole race. And sounds like there's been a bit of contact. I'd say it's Zach Ryan. And there might be a caution. Eddie and Jones was on the apron, and it's Rick.
There you go. Yeah.
No caution.
That's interesting because he's at the back of the field.
Jack Hawkins going for the lead, and
Barretto
in the wall.
And now the 77 of Lopez going to the front as the 97 holds up some guys on the outside.
You can see the tyre marks on the backstretch. So I assume that Rick Witt has gone straight into the wall. We're going to have to get a replay of that next chance we can, and that may be after the race if we don't get any cautions.
That's 77 with a great run. He's pulled away big time for a second.
Now we're going to have to keep an eye on, of course, Rick Witt, but Zach Ryan as well.
How much damage does he have? That's the question.
He's looking quite slow at the moment. He's going 170 litres, 190.
That's going to be interesting.
His last lap was 32.2 litres.
28.3.
That's about 4 seconds.
28.4. So these guys back here, second on back. Might as well just go straight and just like not try and battle each other. 'Cause that's the best way they're going to get forward and trying to catch this 77. Or maybe they're just trying to rely on the 48, or someone just trying to slow them up.
Dawson Miller to second, furthest up the field. He's gotten a bad run, but Porkins into Madden and into Soto.
Oh, and into the wall.
Around goes Soto, and Nick Smith is around as well.
Nick Smith turned 31 car was definitely involved as well.
Looks like. But is the caution out after? Yep, it is.
Yep, it is. There you go. And did he get to the line? Did the 48 get to the line ahead of the 77 or after the 77?
Looks like the 48 will be on the lead lap. So
how about that?
He won't be too much of a factor at the moment until maybe a few laps later, but he won't be holding up the field on the restart. But
that's a good thing for the 77 because the 22 is coming with a full head of steam.
And
well, for Nick Smith, he had a good run going, and now he's got turned around.
So Jack Hawkins. Oh, there's Rick Witt taking his lap.
Yeah, the 30 is going to be a problem here. He's got a lot of damage.
You can see that right side.
It'll be interesting to see. 24 car was also involved in that accident. So I think the 6 was it? Madden?
Yeah, he's fallen back as well.
31 definitely gone into the 4 there by the looks of it. So
4,
he did a good job avoiding it. One of the two.
Almost on the tail end of the lead lap now. Zach Ryan going back in. We're going to have a look at the replay. Hawkins sliding up into Madden and then into Soto in that.
And the 4 car got turned around by the 27. The 27 of driver
and everyone
came down.
bunched up. Friesen also into the wall as well. So a couple drivers up front may have a bit of damage after that. Madden, Soto, maybe even Igor Barreto. Jack Hawkins, of course.
Hawkins looks like sustained the most damage out of all that.
Which may also cause the top 4 to pull away. But we'll see as we go to the restart. Alright, coming back to the green. Anthony Lopez in the lead. Zach Ryan out of the race now with a suspension. It ended up being, and of course it wouldn't have mattered anyway because
he was a lap down already. So
with 10 to go, the lap car doesn't go to the inside. But green flag is out and top 2 pulling away a bit. You see Jack Hawkins already getting past.
He's going to drop back here. Keep an eye on the front too. The 77-22 very close to each other.
There might. The next.
No, yeah.
Pass.
Oh, there he goes.
Now, this may be a bit too early of a move for it to be for the win, but you never know what happens. There could be a caution.
Another caution. And of course, look out for guys behind the 11. Luke Raintress now, who we mentioned was 5th in points, is now up into the 4th position.
This might even be enough for him to take the points lead, but
With Friesen, who hit the wall.
we'll have to see when the points come up, because I don't think I'll be able to do too much math on that for first up. But Miller with quite a...
Well, a little too high there, I think, off of...
and now
up in 1 and
Alan may be looking to the inside here. He's gonna get there.
Got it. He's got it.
Gonna take the lead. 2 to go.
It's a big... Got the 77 also on the inside if he can get underneath the 22.
And now Miller is gonna slide back into second, and Tristan Allen has gone up high. This is
There goes Miller.
Opened the door back for Miller, and Lopez is gonna stay high at the moment.
He goes down low, coming with the 22. The 10 of Baranowskis also.
He's gonna go underneath the 22 as we come to the white flag, and Barreto in the grass. Gonna hold up those drivers, but now we gotta see Anthony Lopez is...
There you go.
And
that's it. He's got a good run. And now the 10 and the 22 barrel behind. Baranowskis up to second. I think Lopez has got it.
Dawson Miller with just gone way wide and held up Baranowskis, and Tristan Allen caused Lopez to go through, and he's going to win the Coca-Cola 300. With that, he may even get into the top 10 in points.
That's a big win for him. Lopez. He had that big lead coming back to the caution before Rick Witt held him up and got his way back to the front. Good win.
Tristan Allen, this is not definite, but he may have taken the points lead here.
Well, Friesen finished 10th, so that's a bit... We don't know. Is that Seidel in 11th as well?
Seidel finished 11th, so it's going to be close between possibly it's top 5, definitely going to be close. But
with Canario. Canario's not going to be the points leader with that, at least. We know that. But I don't know. We're going to have to figure that out.
But anyways, we're going to have a look at the rest of the results. Lopez, Baranowskis, Allen, Miller, and Rainey, your top 5, and then Fitzwater.
Seidel 13th in the 67, so...
Barreto, Rains, Friesen, Soto 11th, Lynn 12th, Seidel 13th, Cherry making his way up to 14th.
Seen for a lot of that race. Eli Bright was involved in that caution, that first one, finished 16th.
Keegan Thompson, we saw a bit of him mid-race. He's ended up in 17th.
31 car. Stuart Grant got held up by Jack Pawkins there late, and that's why he fell back to 18th. And speaking of Pawkins, he's not even in the top 28, so...
Jack Pawkins.
Serious, man. Oh, sorry, he finished 25th. I missed him there.
Oh, yeah.
He finished 25th. So, bad day at the office for Richard Childress.
Yeah, Al Lagacy, Michelangelo Nwangwu, Diario Pez, Xavier O'Neill Jr. and Rick Witt, Nick Smith and Rick Witt, all involved in wrecks there, and also Kian Riley got a piece of the wall in that final. No, it was
in the wreck with the 0 car, wasn't it?
Yeah, which eventually took Zach Ryan out of the race. You see the rest of the your retirements: Brad Stover, Dion Moon, Josh Crash, Adam Lewis, Dominic Anthony, Yin Canario, and Gatlin Downey. But the big one there is Yin Canario, who was the points leader, but after that probably isn't anymore. But next race, we go to the California's... What is it called? California Speedway?
California Speedway, yeah. Auto Club 200. There you go.
And that's our visit to the West Coast in this series, and I believe it is the only time we visit the West Coast. Yes, it is.
No, because Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, Las Vegas. But apart from that, it's going to be interesting with another large 2-mile track in this. In the first 5 races, we've had 3 super speedways, and that's been a big factor in the switching of positions in the points, and really have been a huge factor is the rest of the season after California. We're going to be seeing there's still Talladega in race 8 and Chicagoland in race 9, Pocono
And
race,
those are two wild card tracks. Those two,
and then Pocono race 10 as well.
and that's known for big wrecks. So big races coming up.
It's a action-packed season still coming, and we're not even halfway through the season. But
Yeah.
this has been the Coca-Cola 300. Congratulations to Anthony Lopez for winning the race, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.